welcome to another edition of Marquette in Motion. We're your hosts, Morgan Minster
and Amber Krieg. On today's show, we'll be sharing some of our athletes' favorite recipes, reporting on a recent retreat some of our students attended, interviewing our head cook, answering your questions and you ask, we answer,
and as always, updating you on Marquette sports and events. But first, Amber and I recently asked a few members of the cross-country team about their favorite meals.
Before every meet, all of the members of the cross-country team gather for a team meal. At these meals, the parents supply the food that fuels the team for the meet, typically serving a pasta dish for all of the runners and managers. We asked some members what their favorite dishes are to see at the meals.
Among those we asked, fettuccine alfredo seemed to be a favorite. Also topping the list were a variety of salads and breadsticks. On today's show, Jam Time will be sharing a popular recipe for fettuccine alfredo.
Take it away, girls.
Today we will be telling you what you need and how to make fettuccine alfredo.
Yeah, we heard the pasta makes you run faster.
So how do you make this amazing recipe?
The ingredients are 1 pound of fettuccine noodles, 1 stick of butter, 1 cup of heavy cream, salt and freshly ground black pepper, and 2 cups of freshly grated Parmesan.
To start making this fabulous meal, first you must cook the pasta according to package directions.
Then put the pasta in a saucepan or skillet over low heat and warm the butter and cream and season with salt and pepper.
Place half of the Parmesan into a large serving bowl. Pour the warm butter mixture over the top.
Drain the pasta and immediately pour it into the bowl. Toss a couple times and then sprinkle in the other half of Parmesan. Toss to combine, thinning the pasta with water if necessary.
Then serve immediately as a main course or accompanying a meat or salad.
Wow, that sounds so good. I might just have to try to make that tonight.
Hey, Christina, doesn't your mom have a good recipe for Alfredo sauce?
Well, don't tell her I told you, but she actually just buys the sauce pre-made in a jar.
Well, whatever it is, it's amazing.
Well, just as amazing are our sponsors. We need to send this over to the commercials. For Marquette in Motion, this has been
Jam Time
with Justina Denlinger,
Allison Hager,
Megan Litter,
and Mackenzie Kilberg. Marquette in Motion will be back after these messages.
Welcome back to Marquette in Motion. We're here with Christina Koos.
This past Tuesday, Marquette Student Council members were given a great opportunity to attend the Art of Reconciliation Leadership Retreat. The event was held in the Offshore Event Center and conducted by Seth Naker. Seth is a reconciliation entrepreneur from Johannesburg, South Africa, and he travels around the world to spread his knowledge. The retreat was made possible through a grant from the Jackson County Community Foundation, and the student councils from 5 area schools were in attendance. Marquette's representatives included student council members Lauren Kilberg, Erica Timmerman, Christina Koos, Christian Mickles, John Stroyan, Ellie Sieverding, Alyssa Kramer, Jonathan Herrig, Ashley Koos, Amanda Koos, Paige Lampy, Jeb Schwager, Danny Koos, and Sunny North. The day focused on making us all better leaders. We learned that we must step out of our comfort zones, stay true to our values, and look at things from everyone's perspective. The day was filled with Mr. Naker's 4 F's: fun, food, fellowship, and fierce conversation. At the end of the day, the Marquette Student Council headed back to school to meet with our advisor, Mrs. Karen Timmerman. We discussed what we all took away from the day and how to use this valuable information to better our school. For Marquette in Motion, this has been Christina Koos.
Thanks for that report, Christina. And now we'll turn it over to Lauren Kilberg for this week's installment of You Ask, We Answer.
Thanks, Morgan. What are this week's questions?
Our first question reads, why was there an out-of-dress code and bake sale this week?
This week, the entire K-12 system held an out-of-dress code day and bake sale, with all proceeds being donated to Serve Haiti, an organization that Bellevue resident Cindy Broders is heavily involved in. Last year, Marquette and Bellevue schools joined together to raise funds to build a school in Grand Bois, Haiti. The money raised from this week's out-of-dress code day and bake sale will help support that school and will also help support a medical clinic in Grand Bois.
It's always fun to wear jeans and a t-shirt to school whenever we can.
Speaking of t-shirts, Marquette can use those too. Old or unwanted t-shirts are always accepted in the Marquette High School lobby as they're made into diapers for Haitian children.
Thanks to those who are able to give. Our next question relates to giving too. It reads, is it too late to sign up to donate blood at Marquette's blood drive next week?
No, it's not too late to sign up. Marquette Student Council is hosting a blood drive on Wednesday, October 21st from 1 to 6 p.m. in the MEC lobby. Walk-ins with photo IDs are welcome, but we encourage anyone interested in donating to contact the school at 872-3356 and set up an appointment. Funds raised from this drive provide student scholarships for our seniors. We greatly appreciate the community support in this and all of our fundraisers.
We sure do, Lauren. We only have time for one more question. This one says, I saw on the school calendar that the Dubuque Fighting Saints will be coming to Marquette to give a presentation to K-5 and 6-8 students on Monday. Why is this?
The Saints send several players to speak in surrounding schools on character development and hockey in a program called Live Like a Saint. Additionally, the Saints will be hosting a Marquette Catholic night at their home game on November 7th. All Marquette students will receive a reduced ticket price for that game.
That sure is saintly of them. Thanks for that report, Lauren.
And thank you for all of your question submissions. Remember, we're always listening for the asking portion of You Ask, We Answer at Marquette in Motion at marquettecatholic.com. Until next week, this has been Lauren Kilberg for Marquette in Motion. We'll be back with one final segment for you after this commercial break.
Welcome back to Marquette in Motion. Sam Peters and Jonathan Herrig are here with your Marquette Sports and Updates report.
Thanks, Morgan. A week ago, both Marquette teams ran at the annual Northland Cross Country Invitational. Both teams ran well against the bigger schools that they competed with. The girls placed fourth in Class 1A, with Annika Frank and Macy Kramer leading the team to the finish line. The boys also ran well, also finishing fourth in 1A, with Kelby Mueller and Sam Peters leading the team. Listen next week for Marquette's placing at the Tri-Rivers Conference meet, held out at the Bellevue Golf Course.
Thanks, Sam. The Marquette volleyball team played Kalamazoo Wheatland this past Tuesday for the east side of the Tri-Rivers Conference Championship. The teams were tied with 2 sets until the fifth and final set between the two teams. It was a close game the entire night, but Marquette squeezed ahead to win it. On Thursday, Marquette played in a tournament including the top teams of the whole conference. Tune in next week for the results.
For Marquette in Motion, this has been Sam Peters
and Jonathan Herrig
with your Marquette Sports and Updates report.
Thanks, boys. Now on over to Brooklyn Moore with No More.
Hello, everyone. I'm Brooklyn Moore, and today I'm here in the lunchroom interviewing Mrs. Julie Horst. Julie is the head cook at Marquette Catholic. With Julie today, we have Sharon Ailes and Georgianne Roberts, some of Julie's co-workers. So, ladies, I think our audience is dying to know, how does someone become a cook, yet alone a head cook, at a school full of hungry staff and students?
Well, it was 4 years in the making. I started out as the baker the first year and just kind of worked my way up to head cook, and that's where I'm at today.
What are some of your responsibilities as head cook or cooks?
Some of the responsibilities are doing the menu every month, ordering from Martin Brothers or commodities, doing the work schedule, and preparing the meals.
Sounds like quite the handful. There has to be quite a few rules and regulations you have to follow. How do you manage to follow these rules and regulations, but keep the staff and students at Marquette happy?
There's a lot of the state of Iowa has rules and regulations according for the food that they need to have in the portions and stuff. But basically, we all know the rules, and they just follow everything that we have out there. I mean, the serving size spoons are provided, and the amount of food that we have to give is already there for them, so they know how to do it.
Well, you ladies sure do a great job. Anyways, what time do you have to arrive in the lunchroom to prepare for lunch?
We start at 7 a.m.
Holy cow. What's the easiest school lunch to cook at Marquette?
Chicken nuggets is awful easy.
Oh, well, I like those, so hey. What seems to be the students' favorite lunch?
Orange chicken. Orange chicken is their favorite.
I agree. I like orange chicken. Lastly, what was your favorite school lunch when you were a kid?
Chili. I like goulash.
Tacos.
All very good choices. Well, thanks for letting me interview you ladies, and thanks everyone for listening. Make sure to keep tuning in. For Marquette in Motion, this has been Brooklyn Moore.
Thanks for reporting, everyone.
And thanks for tuning in. For Marquette in Motion, this has been Morgan Minster.
And Amber Krieg.
And remember, stay informed, stay involved, stay
in motion.